to attend her funeral. Although I would have appreciated them being there, I told them it would be better for them to stay and concentrate on their studies. However, my closest professor and an SUA staff member did not even bother to ask. They just called me one day to tell me they'll be in Chicago and might need directions to the funeral home. This is the kind of environment that's been created at SUA, the part of SUA that I will cherish the most and keep when I go away from here. And as I stand in front of all of you today, I wanted to say thank you for taking on my hardships as your own and giving me strength when I needed it the most. Thank you so much. Although each and every one of us has had to go through personal struggles, there are some things that we actually did face together as a class. They nicknamed our class the guinea pig class because at times it felt like the school was conducting cruel and unusual experiments on us. For example, we took our first class together called Core 1, where we would spend every night, reading upwards to 200 pages of philosophy and political theory, among other things. We would later find out the next year's readings for the class of 2006 would be dramatically reduced. And lastly, as seniors working on our mandatory capstone projects, we would hear rumors that capstone will be optional next year. I hope that's not the case because it's a good struggle to go through. I think the fact that we can laugh at this together now is evidence of the fortitude we have both individually and as a class. And it also shows that we felt our struggles were worth it because the school has advanced so quickly in these 4 years, and because we helped to pave the way for the classmates who would come after us to build upon what we built. Today, after so many struggles and milestones, we'll be leaving this campus to go out into our own endeavors. Some of us will be working, others will continue their education, while others have chosen yet another path. As alumni, we may still feel a great expectation from all those who have helped contribute to this school: faculty, staff, donors, and especially the founder. As a fellow student, I would like to tell you to just do what will make you happy and do it to the best of your capability. The purpose of the Soka education we received here was for the happiness of the student. As long as you keep that in mind, I have no doubt that you'll be fulfilling the expectations of everybody. Thank you for 4 incredible years. My last message is to the class of 06, 07, and 08. This school belongs to all of you now. I hope you make it a priority to enrich the Soka culture that we have created, the one I talked about earlier. I know the administration and faculty will work with you to ensure that you receive an amazing education here. But the culture of SUA is something totally dependent on the student body. Please take care of each individual student. We all have faith in you. And the class of 2005 will be waiting eagerly to greet you as fellow alumni. Thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Habuki and Mr. Hiromasa Ikeda will now present the Founders Award. This award is presented for the first time at this campus to the senior whose diligent efforts in pursuit of academic excellence, commitment to integrity, and service to the university community have demonstrated the ideals of this institution.
Gonzalo, come on in. Okay, I'll read this one. Founders Award, Gonzalo Obeleino. In accordance with the founding principles of Soka University America, your diligent effort in pursuit of academic excellence, commitment to integrity, and service to the university community have demonstrated the ideal of this institution. In recognition of your outstanding contributions and with expectation that your continued growth and development will foster immeasurable value, you are hereby presented with the Founders Award on this 22nd day of May 25, Daisaku Ikeda, Founder. Don't drop this.
Congratulations.
Can you go?
As some of you may know, we have been fortunate to welcome Mr. Hiromasa Ikeda at SUA Aliso Viejo's first, second, and third entrance ceremonies. Today, he has joined us for our inaugural undergraduate commencement. It is my great honor to welcome back Mr. Ikeda, who will now share congratulatory remarks.
예, 尊敬するアンワル・チャウドリー国連事務次長並びにレイ夫人、尊敬するカリフォルニア大学元総長ペルタソン博士、また尊敬するアリソビエホの新旧の市長、また尊敬するオレンジ軍の長官、また世界から集い、この4年間を人生の宝として世界に優位される1期生の皆様、本日の祝典に各国各州から参列された卒業生のご家族、友人、並びに SUA 支援者の皆様、1期生とともに見学の日々に汗してこられた在学生の皆様、そして SUA 開学以来、大切な学生とキャンパスを日々に支えてくださった理事、教員、職員、ご来賓並びに地元市民の皆様方、
His Excellency United Nations Under-Secretary General and High Representative for the United Nations Office of the Least Developed Countries, Landlocked Developing Countries, and the Small Island Developing States, Mr. Anwar K. Chowdhury, Madam Mariam Chowdhury, Dr. Pelterson, President Emeritus of the University of California, members of the class of 2005 who arrived at this campus from around the world and will soon take wing to return to its every corner, bearing in your hearts the lifelong treasure of your 4 years you spent here. The families and friends of this class, along with the benefactors and supporters who have traveled from nearly every state, not only in the Union, but also from every part of the world to join us today, and the students of the succeeding classes, the members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, administration, and Aliso Viejo community, and our distinguished guests, all of you who together with the class of 2005 have given and continue to give so much of yourselves in laying the foundations for this fledgling institution.
歴史的な SUA の第1回卒業式、誠におめでとうございます。本日、ご出席のすべての皆様に、創立者の知に代わり、衷心より深く感謝申し上げます。本当にありがとうございました。
Allow me to extend my warmest felicitations on the historic first commencement ceremony of Soka University of America, Aliso Viejo. On behalf of my father, the SUA founder, Daisaku Ikeda, I express my deepest gratitude for your unstinting support for the university. Thank you so very much.
本日の晴れ舞台こそ SUA の発展にご尽力をいただいた皆様の勝利の証であり、創立者にとっても創価教育の勝利の証であると申し上げたいのであります。
This ceremony is itself a remarkable achievement, wrested through the hard and selfless work that so many have devoted to the development of SUA. For its founder, who not only shares in the joy of this institution's every success, but also the pain of its every adversity, that this ceremony could be held at all stands in sublime testament to the triumph of Soka education.
今私の脳裏には4年前の第1回の入学式のことが鮮やかによみがえっております。あの折、決意みなぎるすがすがしい顔の皆さんを前に、私はこのように申し上げました。それは、SUA は一人の億万長者が建てた大学ではなく、創価教育に賛同する無数の庶民から寄せられた真心の結晶であると、この4年間、たくさんの応援をしていただいた方々、本日はその代表の方もここにお集まりですが、そのたくさんの方々に対して、この場をお借りして、心からの感謝を申し上げるとともに、本日こうして1期生が卒業式を迎えられたことを、ともどもに喜び合いたいと思いますが、いかがでしょうか。
As I stand before you, I feel a great surge of emotions, for I cannot help but recall that very first SUA entrance ceremony held here 4 years earlier. Moved by the unassailable resolve etched on your faces, I stated that SUA was not built upon the generosity of some billionaire philanthropist, but that it represented the crystallization of the goodwill nurtured by a vast multitude of people, men and women, from every unsung walk of life, who shared a conviction in and strove to give expression to the principles and aspirations of Soka education. I would like to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt appreciation to the people who have been lavish in their invaluable support to SUA during the past 4 years. Let us welcome those who represent these people that are with us today and share our joy over the graduation of SUA's first class.
1期生の皆さんは、若き SUA 創立者の一人であるとの自覚で、SUA を支えてくださる方々と、感謝の心を込めて、麗しい交流の日々を綴ってくれました。担当教授との講師にわたる交流はもちろんのこと、皆さんが教職員や支援者の方々と様々な出会いを通じて培った心と心の絆こそ、我が SUA の宝であります。
All of you in the class of 2005 rose to the challenge as well, willfully assuming the task of representing this university as its youthful co-founders to work out of gratitude with the people who help make SUA the educational success it has become. The warm personal bonds that you have created as a result reach far beyond your circle of professors, instructors, and classrooms, touching the lives of every member of faculty and administration of this university, and even its donors. Forged through countless encounters and polished like gemstones over the 4 years, these bonds are irreplaceable treasures for SUA and those of us in its service.
24時間オープンの図書館で、深夜、早朝にまで勉学に勤しんでいる間も、夜を徹して学内を見回り、皆さんの安全を陰で守り続けてくださった警備スタッフ、皆さんの食事ぶりを見て、海外から来た学生さんに少しでも口に合うメニューを特進をし、またあの学生は食が進んでいないな、ホームシックになっていないかなとまで心配りをしてくださる食堂のスタッフの方々、また風邪で寝込んだ学生がいれば病人食を整えて親身に身の回りの世話をしてくれた寮のスタッフ、こうした皆様方がおられたればこそ本日の晴れ舞台を迎えることができたのであります。
Indeed, the milestone that SUA celebrates today would not have been reached without the dedication of so many people and the care and competence with which they carry out their duties. Let me share some of the more often cited examples. Our students are free to study deep into the night at SUA's 24-hour library. For instance, protected by the constantly patrolling officers of the campus security unit. Nor do students need to worry about the dietary differences, for the cafeteria staff, who also play a key role in the SUA homesickness early warning network, go to great lengths to develop dishes that suit any palate. Then there are the residential hall coordinators, who, should they learn that a student is bedridden with a cold, respond like doting parents, even to the point of preparing food that a baby can digest.
さらに私にとって嬉しいことは、1期生として入学された皆さんの中で、学業の専攻分野の変更など、様々な事情で SUA を離れた方々が、本日、学友の卒業を祝うために、再び戻ってきてくださったことであります。皆さんの友情には、私は心から尊敬を捧げます。私にとっては、4年前に入学された人、全員が1期生と思っております。さらに言えば、SUA を志望してくださった方々の全員が広い意味で、創価教育に縁した尊い学友であり、さらにそうした皆さんを励まし、SUA の応募を啓蒙してくださった方々は、皆、創価教育の同志であると言えます。
I am delighted to learn that some members of the class of 2005 that transferred out of SUA for various reasons, including a change in majors, are here with us today. They too have come to celebrate the graduation of their former classmates, attesting to the profound bonds of friendship they created here. I am grateful for your show of solidarity, which deserves the highest praise and admiration. No matter where you may go, I will always look to you as one of our own, a member of SUA's class of 2005 for all time. Nor should we forget those who applied for but were never accepted to SUA. They are as much as your peers as every prized pupil of this Soka education. The people who took time to encourage and assist these applicants in their endeavor also share a deep and common cause with us.
父は日本で経営の神様と尊敬される松下幸之助氏が松下政経塾を設立する際にぜひアドバイスをと問われて次のように述べました。それは大事なのは第1期生です。そして毎年第1期生を出していくのだとの決意で臨まれてはいかがでしょうかと。これは父自身が創価教育に対して貫いてきた不動の信念でもあります。したがって私が念願することは、1期生を送り出す2期生の皆さんが、いよいよ今日から 自分が1期生であると決意をし、一切の責任を担っていく。また、3期生も4期生も同じく、自分が1期生であるとの自覚に立っていくことです。それが SUA の伝統として今後も受け継がれていったとき、この大学は常に新鮮な発展を続けていくに違いありません。その意味で本日私から卒業生と在校生の皆さんに、SUA の学生は全員が1期生たれとの言葉を送りたいと思います。
When Konosuke Matsushita, the founder of electronics conglomerate and enduring icon of Japanese management practices, sought my father's counsel in establishing an institute on government and management, my father replied, I quote, "A key determinant of a school's success lies with its very first contingent of students. I suggest that every new academic year be approached with the resolve that you are dealing with your founding class," unquote. That same unswerving conviction has served as the basis of my father's lifelong work in Soka education. I would therefore hope that everyone in the class of 2006, having sent off the departing class of 2005, will go on to assume the mantle as founding class of SUA and live up to every responsibility expected of them. I asked that the classes of 2007 and 2008 act with similar resolve. When this tradition has become an established part of SUA lore, I believe that this university will manage to scale even greater heights and flourish without end. For this reason, I wish to dedicate these words to the class of 2005 and all other classes in way of celebrating this auspicious day. I say, always consider yourselves members of the founding class, regardless of the year you enter SUA.
Okay?
Is that okay? Do you agree?
Yes? Okay. もう大丈夫だって。
I'm glad they agreed with me.
先ほど、創立者からのビデオメッセージにもありました通り、若き創立者として勉学に励み、見学の精神を体現しゆく卒業生、また在校生の皆さんこそ、SUA が世界に誇る財産であり、創立者の最大の遺産であります。
As the founder stated in his video message, SUA knows no greater source of pride, no higher measure of self-worth than its students. All of you, from freshmen to seniors, are the founder's most enduring contribution to humanity, precisely because you, as SUA's young co-founders, are diligent in your studies and living true to the founding principles upon which this institution was built.
真の教育は卒業してから始まるという格言があります。これより世界に勇気する我が一期生と共に、この言葉をかみしめ、ご出席の皆様に、今後とも SUA と卒業生をどうかよろしくお願い申し上げますと申し上げ、私の挨拶とさせていただきます。本当におめでとうございます。またありがとうございます。
Together with the men and women of the class of 2005 who are prepared to set out upon the world, let us take to heart this solemn adage that one's real education takes place only after graduation. I conclude my words of felicitations with one parting request. I ask all of you who have gathered here today for your continued goodwill and support for SUA and all its graduates. Congratulations once again, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ikeda. Over 150 underclassmen here at SUA Aliso Viejo have volunteered to present Beethoven's Ode to Joy to honor the class of 2005. We hope you will enjoy this special pre-recessional performance.
Nothing